104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Morning, Houston, Texas. It's Tuesday. It's November the 12th, and it's 2024 still, even though it won't be long. It won't be for long. It's 6 o'clock on the dot with Roula, Ryan, Eric, Sister K, and Sam, and here we go. Let's get
I
in
just turned
it.
on my text screen, and it keeps to like 10 o'clock when we sign off. It's still there at 10 o'clock. It doesn't like keep...
Oh, it hasn't refreshed?
it hasn't refreshed.
And the last thing it says is, why does Sam say bye when she's on next? Because at the end of the show, we all go bye.
I responded back to them and I was like, I wanted to be included, okay?
I wanted to be included.
Because how awkward would it be if we all go, bye! And she goes, not me, though, yet.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Every time.
I feel like
not
that'd
me,
be-
though, yet. That
So
could
what,
kind of
what,
be
what
your
does this
thing now.
texter want? Sam to just not be a part of it?
I guess I shouldn't say bye.
No,
Or-
you got to say bye. You're
Right?
part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I say what Rilla says, that I don't know, that seems like too much like
After
center
we
of
say
attention.
bye, you can say, see you in a couple minutes.
Toodles.
Or talk to you in 2 and 2.
I'll still be here.
Maybe Kevin can get ahead of this right now. As of 5:55 a.m., the texter says, the live stream online is saying error.
Uh-oh.
Error.
I don't feed those hamsters.
You know how to work those wheels. Go get in there and see what those hamsters are doing and get them back in the wheel.
A shirt's
Yeah, I
not a
have
you
no
problem, the texter. Sometimes,
You refresh texture, please.
Yeah.
With
All right.
whatever
Maybe
app
it's like
you're trying to listen
Eric's
through.
text.
yeah, it just doesn't
didn't
mean refresh.
Yeah, just hit the refresh button.
And if people are listening, go check your, check that, like,
What?
KRB app or check.
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah.
it needs an
iHeart.
update.
The desktop.
Yeah.
the
I was gonna say, if they're
app.
listening, they won't be able to hear us because it wasn't working.
Right.
When y'all
That's
aren't,
right. That's right.
when
Some
y'all aren't
people-
at work, I find myself almost never using my desktop computer. I mean, I've got one, but I'm usually, if I'm at home, I've got a laptop in the living room
I like
or I'm on an iPad or something, but I rarely sit at my desk.
I like to be on the desk so I can look at the big screen.
I don't have a desktop.
No,
Oh, you don't?
I only have a laptop. I don't have an
Yeah.
actual desktop.
And Mark's took my laptop. I don't really need a laptop for what I do.
There's some stuff that we have to do on mobile apps that don't work.
Yeah, I just try
Like
and
when
do it
you get
always
really
at work.
frustrated with a mobile
Yeah.
app, you're like, oh, maybe it's because I'm on the phone. Because yes, in 2024, there's still technology that is not as good on your phone as it would be on a laptop or a desktop. And it's like, oh, are you trying to do that? Like, especially if you like training videos or some kind of email from work, they want you to click something. No, you can't do that through your phone, though. Don't try and go through your phone. Or portals for the doctor's office.
Oh, yeah, portals.
They'll be like, don't try and do it on your mobile device. You got to do it like on a desktop or a laptop.
Yeah, I need to do that more.
Yeah, you might go to the portals.
Yeah.
If you have
So
not gone
like
outside yet,
portals.
by the way, it is so nice and
Yeah.
crisp.
Chilly.
What's the high going to be, though?
61 degrees says my car temperature gauge.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly. What's the
only going to
temp?
get up to like
Love it.
80, 81, somewhere in there.
Yes, but if it's 80 with a breeze.
But it's going
I wanna
to be
a sweater.
gorgeous. It's going to be
Sweater weather.
sunshine.
So you got those Uggs on all the way up to your knees?
No, they're just the one to cover my ankles.
Are you wearing Uggs right now?
Hey, man, that's a Houston girl winner right there.
It was really chilly this morning. I know it's cold in here, and I have to wear a dress today,
Right.
so I just decided to throw my Uggs on.
I tested the stream. It's working.
It's working?
Okay, so the
On my
texter just needs to refresh
and
their own thing.
firefighter Ross said the app is working.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
nice.
Thanks, Ross.
So I don't know how this person is listening.
Well, sometimes different
You
people get...
832, it's a you problem.
Yeah. Common denominator is you.
Got your latest iOS updated?
Wait, what's this one? 6:03 a.m. Remember when that 54 years ago thing?
Oh, yeah.
Last updated 54 years ago. Somebody just sent us another screenshot.
Oh, it's
The
doing that again.
Rula and Ryan show was made 54 years ago! Exclamation points.
it keeps saying that it got posted. Yeah.
It's our podcast.
54 years ago.
Why is
Yeah.
it doing that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of funny, though.
Maybe it's a...
It's funny when people pay attention. Like, oh, look at
Yes.
that.
Like they noticed it. They're like, wait, what?
I don't think I've ever looked at that.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've ever listened to the show.
Like
podcast.
on the podcast?
No?
Mm.
I feel like that'd be a narcissistic. move. I'm
I think
sorry.
you're
I
just like-
sound
if I was in the-
wonderful. Listen to those vocal tones.
What if I was at a red light and I had it on and it happened to be a part I'm talking and then the people
Someone
drive by.
pulls up alongside of you,
Oh,
like,
what a
wow,
douche.
He really likes himself.
Yeah, because your ad plays before you're pushing win.
Oh yeah, also
Yeah.
I turned
does
on.
it?
Hey, it's me again. I wanted to tell you in
Hey,
case
look
you
at me.
forgot.
Is it me talking or is it push?
Hey, look at
It's
me.
a lot of times it's you.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
Because I will
I wish
share.
you got like a penny for each one.
You want residuals?
Yeah.
Imagine if he gets stuck and keeps repeating on you. Keeps repeating on
I'd find
you.
a way to do that to everybody.
Sure, you're getting paid.
I'm going to switch gears for a second because this is the kind of stuff that moms think about that nobody else thinks about, but moms think about it. And I'm like, why am I still thinking about this? Yesterday, I went to go get my kids from school. My younger one gets out earlier than my older one, so I took him home. And yesterday was cleaning day at my house. So I left him with the sweet lady that comes on Mondays to clean the house, and I go get the girls. And then he calls me in a panic. He's like, Mama, you know that pumpkin that you had on the table? That pumpkin that you had on the table at the edge, I didn't see it. It shattered all over the floor, Mama. And I was like, wait, which one? Which one, buddy? So there's this pumpkin that I've had. Y'all, I think I got it when I first got my first townhouse in 2003.
Oh.
It's a glass pumpkin, and it's not really huge, but it's not small. And you can put a candle in the middle of it so it glows when it has a little pumpkin face for Halloween.
Yeah.
And then for fall or Thanksgiving, you just turn it around and it just looks like a glass pumpkin on your shelf, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I had it on this shelf for Halloween, and I didn't leave it there and turn it around because I was changing like stuff out, and I left it on the breakfast table kind of towards the middle. But if you have let's say a rectangular breakfast table, it's more to the left than it is to the middle. And he was sitting to the right, and he was doing homework. And then he wanted to play something, and he said he was pushing the stuff out of his way, and he didn't realize that pumpkin was on the other side.
Oh, no.
And so he kept pushing, and then he just heard the shatter. Okay, this should not take up this much headspace for me. It's a shattered pumpkin. I can't help it. But why can't I drop it? I had that pumpkin for almost 20 years. I got it in 2003.
That's why.
You've had it longer than your husband, your dogs, your kids.
Yeah.
You've taken that
Your house?
pumpkin to every single house that you've lived in.
Right, and I didn't break it.
One, two,
and I
three.
didn't break
You've been
it.
through
I have wrapped it how many times? and
5
I didn't.
houses, 2
Wow.
lawsuits.
Yes, 2 lawsuits, 5
At least
houses,
your favorite
2
child
storage
broke it,
units.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
it's symbolic if you think about it. Like,
If it was the one she didn't
It
like.
was in the other one,
Stop it.
Roula.
That's not nice.
I mean, look, we can all attach like an emotional meaning to an inanimate object.
But emotional is like, oh, my grandma gave me that, or
Yeah.
my dad bought me that, or my mom and I had a
think it's
special
the
place we
history.
went to.
But it's like a
Like Aaron's saying.
constant.
Yeah.
For instance,
Your dad saw that.
oh
your dad
God,
saw
why are you gutting me now?
Oh, no,
Oh my
stop.
God! Yes.
Your dad turned that
Oh
around.
God!
no, I'm trying
Come
to
on,
relate.
Kev, you
with
gotta keep
Roula and
burying.
tell you that you're normal, that it's normal. I've been going through something similar. So I moved.
Are you topping her pumpkin story?
No. I'm trying to tell you that, like, you get these attachments and you feel weird when they're not there with you. Like, when I moved into my fiance's house, I mean, I love her house, and it's our home now, but it doesn't quite feel like me because I've
You're
had
the
these
dude, and it's
things.
the girl's house, and all her stuff
Well,
is
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, but I mean, like, I had those things like that you talked about that have made the journey with me from home to
Yeah,
home to
all
home
those
to
moves
home.
and no breaking.
So when something like that disappears or breaks or something, yeah, I mean, it's symbolic. It's going to hurt.
And
It's
I'm
going to
just
make
trying to
your
think,
head like want to spin.
Yeah, where did I just went to sleep last night thinking, man, because I kept saying to him, there were these little trinket, little dumb pumpkins that I hadn't put away yet. And I was like, I really don't care if it was those. And I kept saying, buddy, was it the big one? Was it, because I thought I'd put it away and I hadn't put it away. It was the big one, or was it like the little ones? No, I don't know. It was kind of like, I don't know, Mama. It's everywhere. I was like, it's okay. You know,
Do you have a camera in your house?
not in that little spot.
You can watch and see what really happened.
Well, I
playing
believe what he did, because
basketball.
you could
Wait, you
tell.
have cameras inside the house?
Oh, yeah. I used to have cameras in the living room so I could watch the kids when I would come to work and see my toddlers.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a nanny cam.
Some people have
The
those
nanny cam.
where they can hear
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You don't want that.
I'd never do that.
I don't think I'd like that.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that in my house. Plus, if you have a party, you can't trust people.
Somebody hear that all the time.
You got a farting problem over there?
Yeah, what?
I did this morning.
Ew.
Oh,
And I'm thinking, like,
Never by
in
Sam
this
there.
No.
Stay by there next day.
Don't.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to share that because now I can clear it out of my head. Hopefully that I've spoke it into the universe. Can't get out of my head now.
It's totally normal. It's totally rational.
Should I like try and Google it and see if I find the same one? I don't know. There's nothing.
You're not gonna
There's a
find the same
million pumpkins, but I've had this one for almost 20
Sometimes that's
years.
fun, though, when you try and go on eBay or something. I found like childhood knickknacks and types of things that my mom and dad had when I was a little kid. And it's kind of like it's a fun challenge.
But then when you
Can I
get it, you're like,
That's what I'm
this
saying.
was a
Why do
piece
I
of
want
crap.
You
I think
get
that's
it.
gonna really.
Well,
Crap.
the thrill is tracking it down, but you're right. Once you get it, like, oh, this is going in the closet.
It's not the same. Might
Yeah.
look the same. I
Because
guess.
when I was a kid, all I wanted for Christmas one year was the magical musical thing, and it was basically looked like a guitar. What is the?
Oh, you
neck?
brought that in, didn't you?
Yeah. What's the neck part of the guitar
The
called?
fretboard?
Yeah. Is that called a fretboard, or is there some other word?
Well, it's the neck.
Yeah.
The neck. It's called the neck?
Yeah.
So imagine the neck of the guitar with no guitar, and the neck of the guitar is all these digital buttons. Mm-hmm. And it was just called the magical musical thing. And couldn't find it. And then Tasso's, my husband, found it I think during COVID. He found it online somewhere, and it got delivered to the house. And I remember being on the COVID Zoom screen with you guys. I go, look, I got the magical musical thing. Of course, it doesn't hit the same. I wasn't 7.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't really work that well because it was like
think
a
the,
retro actual one from like the 80s. It was like,
Nintendo 64. I thought I read that they're bringing that back.
Yeah.
And it's with all the games or something. I have to look. It's like
that's
$500.
right.
I have to look it up.
Is it 500? No, I think they have like the little mini
It's not one of
ones that
those.
they
It's like
sell.
the legit.
Oh, it's the real deal?
I saw it for a second because I was Sega and original Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo 64. I didn't. My buddies would play it. I never really got into that one.
Which
you
is
have
the one
Sega
that
Genesis?
gave us? Which is
Yeah,
the one that gave us
Sega.
Super Mario Brothers, the gray one with the red letters? Which one's that one?
Nintendo.
Just regular
Was
Nintendo.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know what
One with
Nintendo
the
64 looks like.
The square joystick or controller.
Yeah.
Controller was.
It had 1, 2, and 3, Mario 1, 2, and 3, and one of them had the princess that could fly, and it was really weird. Like she flew around in her dress.
But you'll find that it's fun to play for about 5 minutes, and then you'd be like, wow, this is really not very advanced, and it doesn't do much.
I know, Double Dribble was my game on Nintendo.
The graphics are so terrible.
But I love that basketball game. I've spent hours and hours. Now I look at it, it's like such crap. But I hear that sound, I'll go on, and I'll just hear that sound, and it brings back to 12-year-old.
That's your glass pumpkin.
Yep. I didn't keep that.
Glass pumpkin. Thanks for reminding me again.
All right.
Oh.
It'll be okay.
Do you have any photos of your dad next to it?
Stop! Maybe.
Eric,
Just
why are you
shut
doing
up.
that?
Well, at least you can have that. You have the memory of
I don't
the
think I have
pumpkin.
any picture of this pumpkin. I don't even know. It wasn't even that important when I owned it.
Are
To
you
be
sure?
like,
Such
let's
a
pose by the
troll.
pumpkin, guys.
Such a troll.
It's the double holiday pumpkin. This way it's Halloween. This way it's Thanksgiving. Anyway, there's other things that if they broke, they probably break my heart more. But I was just thinking about it a lot last night. All right, today on the Roula and Ryan Show, we're going to tell you how you get to Billie Eilish in Los Angeles because she ain't coming here.
No,
She has no
no.
Texas dates. Here's your weather for today. It's so nice outside.
It does look like it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. The very high should be right around 80. Right now it's 62 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Now, y'all ready?
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Saranda. So I just want to remind you guys that we give you experiences to see artists that are skipping over our state or our city on their tour. Billie Eilish is making the rounds on her sold-out tour. It's the Hit Me Hard and Soft tour, but she's not coming here. So we want to send you to one of her final U.S. tour stops in L.A. That is her hometown. You will score a trip for 2 to Los Angeles, including a 2-night stay, plus 2 tickets to the show at the Kia Forum. The date is December the 16th. You just have to listen for the 4 keywords of the day, and you become a finalist for that trip. The
funny
first one's at 9 a.m.
How kids change. My daughters love Taylor Swift. And now, they went to see Billie Eilish. They love her more, and other artists
They really
love.
enjoyed it.
It's like they don't hate Taylor Swift. They like her.
Right,
You can
right.
love more than one artist.
But not like.
The
used to be
hype, the
always
hype right
to-
now
they-
is...
I feel like they're
They're so over her.
extreme though, different. If
Yeah.
I would talk about
but
female
think of
artists.
the hype machine for Taylor now. It's kind of waning because Eras Tour's
You need
wrapping
something
up.
else now.
Like Gracie,
So it's
was
like
it
you
Abrams?
pick something. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
People love
What's
her.
that song that my kids have put on repeat? And it was just on a
Hold on.
reel, and I cannot remember the name of the song, but I know it when I
They
hear
played
it.
in my car when I picked her up. Your daughter.
Yeah, they played it yesterday.
We played
3 times
Close
in
to
my
You
car.
on KRBE. That's the one that we play.
Probably
Okay.
the one that they were stuck on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cute. So Billie Eilish, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. A keyword, national keyword for you to text in and become a finalist for that trip. Okay. Is Jessica Simpson getting divorced? She has been married to her husband since 2014. He was a
I didn't
former
even know she was married.
Is she
Yeah,
married
but
to a
you know,
hockey player, or is that
Eric Johnson. He was an NFL player. Hockey player is Carrie
Let me
Underwood.
look.
Okay.
Carrie Underwood was married to a hockey player.
I get them all mixed up.
Eric Johnson
singers.
was a former NFL. And I think they had a child before they got married, but they've got 3 now. Anyway, it's been pretty quiet for Jessica Simpson, right? I mean, she first hit the scene just like all the other girls in the late 90s, the Christina Aguileras, the Mandy Moores, Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, they would all make these rounds. Radio stations very much did holiday concerts. Like here we called it the Jingle Jam. In New York, they called it the Jingle Ball. Most radio stations did all kinds of like summer concerts. Like when I was on Q102 in Philly, it was Q Concert 2000. It was like the summer concert. Or like, here we would do like Earth Day Festival, things like that. And so you would get these clusters of pop stars or radio stars that would come perform for your show. And I remember Jessica was absolutely making those rounds with all of those stars. And then she married Nick Lachey, and they broke out on the scene on MTV's Newlyweds, like the reality show, and nobody had ever seen anything like it when she went to go buy something and she didn't know it was going to cost $800 until she left. And she thought chicken of the sea. She asked him if it was tuna or is it chicken. It was chicken of the sea.
Okay.
And she asked him, is it chicken or is it tuna? And he was like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, is it like chicken? Like, why is it called chicken of the sea? Is it, I'm eating chicken?
Yeah, she bought underwear, right? It was like
she bought lingerie at
like
this
$700
fancy
worth of underwear
place. And then when the lady told her how much it was, she was too embarrassed to say, I don't want this. So she calls him from the outside of the store to tell him, I just bought like $800 in like underwear. And he's like, what? Take it back, put it back in there. And she's like, no, they were just relatable. And then I remember over Thanksgiving, I think 3 years into their marriage, I can't remember how many. Thanksgiving is when celebrities want to drop news that's going to go undetected because everyone's too busy and scattered and thinking about themselves.
It'll be
pay
diffused
attention.
by the time Monday rolls around.
Well, at the same time, too, we did not have digital media when they divorced.
That's true.
If you had Instagram or TikTok, you probably would have seen it like at your Thanksgiving visit to wherever you're going. But, that's when it was under the radar. So I remember the week after the Thanksgiving break, everyone's like, oh, everybody missed this. Jessica Simpson, Nick Lachey, it's over. Okay, Nick Lachey has been married to Vanessa Manillo now for all these years. Jessica Simpson's done her own thing with her husband, Eric Johnson, and she had put music on hold. She's worth like $1 billion with her fashion line.
Yes.
Shoes, purses, baby clothes,
Now, can I
clothes,
ask
all
you,
even
kinds
like
of stuff.
was it
blankets,
her,
towels,
Everything.
was it her idea to get into the whole clothing thing, or was this something like...
Well, it was part of her machine because she was the
Well, I know her
thing.
father was like very instrumental.
Well, that's for music, but I'm saying it was part of the machine. When Jessica Simpson's fame hit, like your agents and stuff, like, okay, now you're going to do this, now you're going to do this,
It's
now you're going to do
genius.
this. Whoever told her to do the shoe line,
the shoes.
launched it all.
Smart.
So she hasn't needed to sing. She hasn't needed to sell albums, and she was dropped by her record label back in 2008, and they said, it's just. We never are going to recoup the amount of money we put into you. She recalled her label telling her. And she said, well, it wasn't my choice to have Scott Storch and all these producers that cost $1 million a track. I didn't control the budgets. They were just
Thrown
saying
on me.
yes to everything.
What was her big single? Do you remember any of her songs?
With You was a big one. And I Want You to Love Me I Want to Love You Forever was a
Or she
huge
did
one
Daisy
that got
Duke,
her.
that's all I
She
remember.
played Daisy Duke in
the
Dukes of
Dukes of
Hazzard.
Hazzard movie.
Kevin, didn't we used to always have to do an American Idol interview? Was it Scott Storch from Big Machine or
Well, Scott,
Scott somebody from
No,
Big
it's
Machine
Storch.
Records?
it's not Storch.
No, it wasn't.
No, not Storch.
It's a Scott. Oh my God, he has the label. That,
Yes,
with
he has
Taylor
the label
Swift.
that bought
Is it
Taylor Swift's
Scotty
music.
something?
We had him on every week.
No, we had him on every
Because
week,
had
and
a
he
deal
was
with
on
our
American
company.
Idol in the later years, and he was
Big Red Machine or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
right?
Big Machine Records.
Big Machine Red or something.
Find that for me while you're saying that, because here's why people think she might be dropping some kind of divorce hint, and others are like, oh, just leave her alone. She's trying to tease a new album because she has new music coming out, and she was saying that she's
Borchetta?
Yep.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, Scott Borchetta.
Scott Borchetta.
Yeah, he was on American Idol for a while.
And he was on our show every week.
Yeah.
Talk about what was happening on the
Yeah.
show.
And that's
Remember,
when-
we're like rolling
because
our
they were
eyes.
trying to get viewers for American Idol. It was pre Katy Perry hosting, post J Lo hosting. It just was kind of an off time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the post that Jessica Simpson threw out there was, "This comeback is personal. It's an apology to myself for putting up with everything I did not deserve." And people were like, "Oh my God, she's talking about her husband." No, the way I take that is her music career. The stuff that she probably put up with, because at that time, you were competing. Like if you ever watched Katy Perry's documentary, she was talking about they couldn't find a space for Katy Perry. The time that Katy Perry was trying to come up from Christian music, Avril Lavigne was the really big thing, and they were like, you need to be like angry, like Avril. And there's like footage of her
Like
in
when
the
Katy
recording
Perry-
booth, and she's like punching into the air, like, yeah, I'm gonna be angry when I'm singing this.
But when she
That's
first
not
came
Katy
out, they
Perry.
were kind of trying to bill her as kind of like an alternative,
Right, like an
pop star.
Avril alternative, whatever it was. And she was like, finally, then she just found the right footing, and she got Last Friday Night. And
Lister reminded us.
Teenage Dream.
We forgot Jessica Simpson ruined the Cowboys.
Oh, stop.
Oh, yeah. Tony
Eric
Romo.
Tony Romo.
cut his hand from throwing a picture of, was it Jessica Simpson?
She
hammered
autographed
it?
something for me.
And you
A
were
photo of
so
her.
mad.
I remember I broke the glass, I punched it, and I had the glass in my hand, and I was cutting, and I cut my hand.
Have you ever thought about seeking therapy? BetterHelp.com/KRBE. Eric, you've got anger
Yes,
issues.
I was so
She
mad.
was-
Like,
she
get
was
rid of her.
dating
Tony
Tony
Romo,
Romo.
you used to be good. You suck.
Yeah, everyone blamed her when they started dating and they
I just
went
realized
public.
the Cowboys suck forever.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I
Blame
think he's
somebody
doing
like a
fine now
jinx.
as
Yeah.
a announcer.
We were good in the 90s, though.
And I remember
In the
when
70s.
her Jessica Simpson's big thing was getting the opening to the Live in La Vida Loca tour. Now let's think about that. How much does that not match? The opening to the Live in La Vida Loca tour for Ricky Martin was Jessica Simpson and her power ballad, I'm Gonna Love You Forever.
Oh, that's the
You know what I
lead
mean?
in.
Like usually you would
Smart on
want
his
to-
part.
Well, because
You always
you know,
want, you
got
don't want
that-
someone good to
You upstage you.
yeah,
But
outshine
I'm
you.
saying it's not even like it wasn't. She didn't really have any music that was upbeat, and
Yeah,
she
'cause
just
hers
was
is
a
all-
pretty girl that.
So she never
had
did like
powerful voice.
a dancey track?
She did a couple because I remember when they went on Oprah. When she and Nick Lachey were on Oprah, there was the song "With You," and it was all about like I can wear a T-shirt and a ball cap. I don't have to
People
do
are saying it
anything
was
else with you.
in her book that she wrote. It was her mom and her deciding to go into merchandise.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
That's smart.
Smart.
Mama was smart.
Momager.
That was a good move.
That's really good. So anyway, I don't think she's getting divorced, but the interweb went nuts with her post about the comeback being personal and an apology for putting up
This
with everything.
time, it's personal.
Because you know what people did? What is that word called, Sam? When you find somebody's profile on Instagram and you start going backwards.
Stalking?
And you're it's not just stalking, but you're trying to like pictures from like 7 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a word for that? I don't know.
Don't like those.
But
just
people-
to look
yeah,
at
just
them,
look
y'all.
at them, or else it shows the person who
Yes.
just liked it because she's not wearing her ring in some of them.
That's a good prank
And
to do
why
someone.
is she wearing her ring?
If you get on their phone, go to Instagram and find somebody and just like all their old stuff.
Like all the old stuff.
Oh, they'll look so bad.
That's creepy.
Didn't that
Don't do
happen
it.
in the first season of Cobra Kai?
It
Remember
happens.
with Johnny? He'd just been introduced to Facebook and he went back and found his old
I
girlfriend.
think that second season's coming out. What's today?
Oh, the next
On
part?
the 15th.
Wait, there's another part of Cobra
There's
Kai
2 more
that's
parts.
finished.
3 parts.
Oh, good.
The final
I'm
season
glad I
is in
didn't
3
watch
parts.
It then yet.
I'm like, what are they doing, man? I
They're
forgot what
stretching
happened.
it now.
Well,
They're
they
just-
should have just
I'm-
done
By
it
the
all
way,
at once.
I have a lot of power right now today, people. It's going to go to my head.
Why?
Because I saw the finale of The Penguin.
God, Eric.
And Ryan hasn't seen it. Remember all the times
I
he's turned
turned
me over?
you onto it.
All those times.
Eric says, I can
You
tell things happened to you.
more than-
Eric says to
you've
Ryan,
destroyed
off the
a
air,
lot
hey, Ryan,
for
you
me.
see the penguin? And he had like this skittish, like giddy
Smirk on my face.
smirk.
Like the
Poop eating
penguin.
grin.
What are you
Yeah.
watching it
Penguin.
on, Eric?
It's on Max.
Max.
Oh, dang.
I can
It's
the
so
password,
good.
I
whatever.
can't believe he slammed
I
his
think it's-
face into that glass door.
I think it's
don't
too
know.
dark for Sam. I don't think she'd
No,
like
she-
that.
she would like this one.
You would like it?
She likes action, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not a
I love
superhero-y world.
It's
like,
not. It's
Okay.
just
More
like a
of a mobster.
mafia.
Yeah, I like
just-
mobster.
But he's in that world. It's more believable.
Is it? Okay.
Like he's no Batman.
He's just a
in this.
bad man.
Yeah.
It's a bad penguin.
And
Did you have
now-
a drop like that?
You're
He's a
bad.
bad man. Now they're going to do it. Looks like the Joker series.
Who
You know,
plays Penguin?
Colin Farrell does not look like him. He's
Looks like Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he puts on like
You
it
know?
takes him like I think 8 hours to put on all the prosthetics to
That would
look like
suck.
that.
Yeah, do 8 hours, and you know you got to work another 10 hours.
Yeah,
Go to bed, 2 hours, take it off, sleep, do it again.
Special
Of course,
case
you're paying me $10 million. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Yeah, right. By the way, special case, make a note, please. Can you put a memo in your phone? Because
I
somebody
know,
on text, you see
I
it?
know it. So they want me to play
For Friday Free for All.
the Thunderpuss remix of Jessica Simpson's
Love You Forever.
Love You Forever. It was a 7.5 minute remix from what I
Whoa.
remember.
Really?
We need to play the whole 7.5
Yeah.
minutes in the free
Yeah,
for all.
we'll see. We'll see if we can condense it down to like 2 minutes.
You can play that, then we could all go to IHOP or something.
You know what, Eric?
Get hopped up.
We'll all leave.
The thing with that, most of these songs were like 6 to 7 minutes long, so it gave you enough time to run to the bathroom. Because nowadays, it's like 2 minutes long. You can't.
Which we
you gotta
like.
put on a mix.
because think about it, Kevin. Like the dance clubs, it's so different now because nobody's got an attention span that can last that long.
There's actually a story about that. Average American's attention span is crap. Like when watching TV, and 15 minutes, they're already on their phone scrolling and watching stuff. Even baby boomers are doing that. Gen X, millennials.
That's why it's like
changed our-
the most you'll enjoy a movie is if you're going to the theater where you can't use your phone.
Yep.
We've changed our wiring.
Yeah.
We have totally rewired ourselves.
Like I used to be mad at commercials. Now I'm like, oh, good. This gives me a 2-minute break to go on Twitter
See something
or
else.
X or whatever.
Okay, there's something that Houstonians do that is a black eye to our culture that other cities don't do that I know of. But don't you have a stat on that, Eric?
Yeah, 80% of Americans do this, but I will put $1,000 down that 100% of Houstonians do this.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's a pretty bold, harsh statement.
I've lived in a lot of cities, from like Chicago, LA for a little bit, Dallas, my hometown. Even my hometown did not do this.
And it's offensive.
Yeah.
It's offensive what we do, and we boldly do it.
80% of the country does this.
Uh-oh.
But 100% of Houstonians do
With
this.
0 blanks given.
Sam, you're a Houstonian now. I guarantee you do this.
I'm curious.
I'll tell you what it is next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Houstonians do this.
That's a bold statement.
I've never
Eric.
seen anything like this until I moved here when was that? 2003. When I moved
21
here.
years.
21 years. Basically, they asked, have you ever left a concert or sporting event early to beat traffic? 80% of Americans said yes. 100% of Houstonians
for sure.
do this. You guys even leave theater.
It is offensive
Even when people are
to
supposed to
leave
stay
theater.
class.
So disrespectful.
Early.
If there's one thing you should not do is during a Broadway type performance here in Houston, you don't get up and leave before they've done the curtain call.
You're not supposed to, but in Houston, nobody wants to be stuck in that garage traffic. So
That garage is a
is
nightmare.
it true? I would like our theater community, our professionals from Alley Theater or Wortham, or somebody who's listening that up early 37530. Is there a thing that you tell all the different Broadway companies that come here? Hey, listen, don't be offended. This is just Houston.
I bet they
no
have
one wants
to.
to be stuck in the garage. So half the people are going to be bailing for the exits when y'all bring the curtain up.
It happens a lot. I mean, I think a lot, like I said, 80%, so it happens everywhere.
Speaking of the Wortham, you just mentioned that. There's something playing at the Wortham tonight I think that Roula and Sam would love. It's the Bridgerton music. So you love that show.
Like
the Vitamin String Quartet is playing tonight at the Wortham
Oh.
Center, and they're doing the music of Taylor
wow.
Swift, Bridgerton,
So they're
and
doing all the
beyond.
pop hits.
That's cool.
So audiences will be able
fun.
to hear Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Radiohead, a lot of modern artist music, and you can actually get tickets. There still are seats for this tonight. Go to performingartshouston.org.
Are they showing anything on the screen while
performingartshouston.org.
they're doing the songs, though? I'm curious to know, is it just you watching the symphony?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be at
Don't
Jones
know.
Hall
They're,
at the
they're
Houston
billing
Symphony?
it as the music of Bridgerton, so I'm thinking there's going to be something up there.
This is really cool music that I get to play almost every single wedding, maybe leading up to the ceremony, because it is very smooth. But then you'd be like, is that TNT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Wrecking Ball?
Dynamite.
Is that Dancing on My Own by Robin?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's fun, though.
Yeah, so that's tonight.
That's a
at
good way to
Wortham
get people
Center.
into that world.
It
of music.
introduces them to the finer things.
Classical.
And by the way, you're talking about movies and stuff. At 8:20, I have some friends coming in. It's called Producers Without Borders. And they're just a group of people around the whole world. They get together and for movies and stuff. And I'm bringing some people in here from a guy who grew up in Katy, Texas, and they're going to take his story and make it into a movie. And looks like they're going to film a lot of it here. And there's some big celebrities that are going to produce it.
Ooh.
Maybe even be in it. So we're going to talk to
Can
them.
you get us a part?
If you want. I don't want to be in movies.
I'll be
but
an extra.
You can do it.
wanna
I
keep
have
the
no
side.
desire to do that world.
Well, let me throw you this one, guys.
Too damn good looking.
You are
Distract upstage the main actor.
you are not truly an adult until you do this one thing. What do you think the one thing is that builds you as an adult?
Pay income tax.
Anybody else?
Like an adult.
Yeah, I was going to
You're
say.
not
Go to a
truly
funeral
an
or
adult
something?
until you do this one thing.
Pay a mortgage.
Wear a suit. No, kids wear suits.
Yeah.
Eric's like, where's Sue? What do you think, Sam?
I have no idea. I feel like it's something. Pay something, but I don't know what it would be.
Pay is the key word.
A
Yeah.
mortgage, pay a mortgage.
Until you pay your own bills
Yeah.
in totality, until you are paying all your
Oh,
own bills.
nobody's
you are
helping
not an
you.
adult.
No one's helping. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nobody's
Hmm.
helping you. That's when you truly are an adult. You have no help financially and you're just doing it on your own. That is, according to this survey, it. A majority of people believe the definition of adulting is simply paying your own bills.
I think that's fair assessment.
Others say putting responsibilities over their personal life or fun are key markers also of entering adulthood. On average, baby boomers believe adults should begin to independently pay for various bills around 1 to 3 years sooner than Gen Zers believe they should start paying for it. Gen Z thinks that people should make their own car payments when they are 22, while baby boomers believe the age should be 20. That you make your own car
when it comes to
payment.
paying bills, maybe I'll ask all you guys, you're in relationships. is it you guys both pay the bills, or does one person in charge of paying them? I'm not saying like use your money. I'm just saying paying the bills. Like
Right, like
the
you
person in charge.
that actually happened.
Yeah.
Like my wife does all that stuff. I haven't seen a bill in probably 17 years. I don't even know what things are. Like I don't want to look at that world.
You don't want to look at that world. It's called living.
I don't want to think about it. I just if she tells me, hey,
Yeah,
don't.
we have lights and water. Awesome, babe.
I don't want to think about that because I was terrible at it.
paid.
But I have no money. I hated that. I was not good at paying bills.
It's me.
I do agree with that. Yeah. Like, I
But
feel
how
like
can
seeing
both
the
people-
price of things makes me so uncomfortable. And I start stressing out about, the simple things of like, can I afford this Starbucks, or can I afford this beer going out? And it's like $5-6 or something. Like, if I
Your
see the
mind just-
bills of everything, it stresses me out too much.
But
So
it also
Mark
keeps
takes
you in
care of
line
everything.
mentally about like, oh, this is so expensive.
does,
Maybe we
'cause
shouldn't buy that.
otherwise-
I
Don't
just
you
try
think?
and keep my credit card bill low every month and
I was
just
gonna say,
pay
if
it
you don't
off.
pay attention to that, Sam, otherwise it's like money doesn't seem real when you're just tapping your card everywhere.
Right. But
Oh,
it's-
this is just
it's like
free
our
stuff.
children.
Too much
Eric?
anxiety.
I know, yeah.
Mommy, I put this thing in the Amazon card. Did you get it? I'm like, well, how much is it? I don't know.
What are
I'm
these
like,
things
no,
called?
I didn't get it.
Janky cats or jelly cats?
Jelly cat is like the thing now. It's so
My
stupid.
daughter bought a.
What's
It
a
is
jelly
an
cat?
overpriced stuffed animal. A ridiculously overpriced
It's like a
stuffed
little size of
animal.
an egg. It was like $25. She bought this week. Went to
Ridiculous.
Memorial City Mall. I'm like,
Ridiculous.
you spent $150 on these things.
So it's this generation's Webkins.
No, they're just stuffed animals. They're going to not care about them in like
Marshmallows
9
or
months.
Squishmallows or something.
Squishmallows are great. Guess what? A squishmallow? I'll get on board with that. I'll sleep with a squishmallow as my pillow if I needed to.
Yeah.
Because that's how useful it is. A jelly cat is nothing. It's like as big as my hand, and I do have a
They're
big
cute.
hand.
They're cute.
They're cute,
designs
and they're
are
furry. Like the fur on the jelly cat, like the quality of faux fur is very soft.
so expensive.
It is not worth $30, and that is going to be on a Christmas list somewhere.
yeah. I
A
feel-
jelly
Man.
cat.
Get ready
It's
for
not a
that,
cat.
parents. If you don't have it, you
The
got
jelly cat.
like a 12-year-old girl or 10.
It's on its way.
Yeah, Kevin, do you or Booster pay the bills? Like, how much do you know? How much your center point bill is?
What does he do?
Yeah, definitely. I make sure that everything goes through the Southwest card because, we're working
The
on
points.
that companion pass.
That's point.
My United
But do you
card
do it,
picks
or
up all my
does Booster in
utilities.
charge of that, or do you guys split it and like both look at them?
No, all the bills come to my email and then I make sure that they're paid.
Yeah.
And then you just send Booster one big one that's red in bold block letters, like, what is this? And he'll be like, I don't know.
There's been conversations.
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, Roula, I'm sure, is aware of this service, or not this institution, the Michelin Guide. You know what that's?
Oh, yes, the Michelin star restaurants.
Okay, so they've
That was a big
announced
deal
their
last night.
inaugural Texas selection of restaurants at a private ceremony. Yes, you're right, in Houston last night. So the respected guide from the French tire manufacturer doled out 15 one-star reviews statewide. That includes the
And
entire
one star
state
is
of
good.
Texas.
Like in regular reviews, you got a 1-star Google
Yeah.
review, not good. To get a Michelin star is so hard. If you have one Michelin star, you're like, oh my God.
Well, no
I watched
restaurants.
Emily in Paris. I know.
Yes, I did.
No
To get
restaurants.
2 Michelin stars is crazy.
That didn't happen. In the state of Texas, no Texas restaurant got above 1 star.
They won't give us that respect.
None.
And it came from the Michelin tires, correct, to encourage drivers to travel more
true.
and buy more tires.
So the big
Hit the
winners,
restaurants on the stops.
BCN Taste and Tradition,
Yep.
Corkscrew Barbecue. I cannot even begin to.
What was the first one you said?
BCN,
BCN over there.
Oh,
and,
okay, yeah.
Taste and Tradition, Corkscrew Barbecue, Les Jardiniers. I have
I know
no idea.
there's some names I'm like,
I don't know
That's
how
a
to say that.
Le Jardinier.
I'd never go there.
Let's see. Yeah,
They
exactly.
can afford it.
March, Musafar,
afford it,
and
Eric.
I have no idea. Tatemo, Tatemo. Like, how would you
Why
pronounce
could they have
that?
easy names like Arby's?
I know.
These were on the top 10 of the Houston Chronicle Restaurant of the Year. Tatemo.
I saw
Tatemo.
Mexican food, Houston, Texas, tortilla. Let's see, Malaysia foodie, Instagram.
Blood Brothers got something.
A Michelin?
Yeah, they're in that list. I saw even OJ sent it to me because they did a list of those, and then they have another. It's not a star. It's called something else. They give like 10 other, a lot of barbecue
Like
places.
an honorable mention?
Like Pit Room got one. Truth Barbecue got one. Blood Brothers.
I've heard you talk about Blood Brothers a lot. What makes them stand out? Like, what makes them
You guys had
so
them on
good?
They were just in here.
Yeah,
for the-
I remember that.
I don't know. It's in Bel Air. I just love their barbecue.
Oh, 'cause it's also
they
in
do
your
interesting
wheelhouse.
things.
Good sauce?
From egg rolls as well to these. Just the whole thing is great. I had a brisket hamburger for $12 Friday.
Wow.
Oh.
Usually you get and fries. Usually You get a burger nowadays, it's $18.
Yeah, that's a good price.
But other stuff, barbecue's not cheap.
No, it's
No,
not.
but it's normally always worth it.
That's actually a really good price. Went to Beck's and just got a chicken sandwich. I got 2 chicken sandwiches, and I think it was $38. I mean, it's good, but it's
sandwiches
expensive.
are getting crazy too. Like if you go like Jimmy John's or Quiznos or something, it's getting real.
Don't worry, I just used Kevin's number and I get Jersey Mike's for free. I got 2 sandwiches. No?
Damn it! That's why I never had points there. Like, what do you mean?
Points for the sandwiches.
I thought about it 'cause I'm like, I know he uses
That
this place
happened
a
on
lot.
Revenge once. Remember that girl took all that guy's points?
That's why I got
Punch
that
card.
When she did that, I'm like, I'm going to do this because I know Kevin loves this place. Sam told me he doesn't redeem. He's been saving.
Oh,
I have been, but also I use my Google Voice number. I don't use my regular phone number.
You're right. He probably doesn't remember that. He's just saying that.
Yeah.
Throw me off.
He is to
Speaking
throw
of
you off.
revenge,
I'll test it out today.
Coming up next, somebody did get their revenge. It is all about payback. If somebody messed with you and you got them back, but they don't know you got them back, you come to us and you reveal.